Welcome back, everyone. We are doing episode 9 now, right? This is Real Talk with Casey and JoJo. What's up, Casey?
What's up, JoJo?
So, the other day we had a discussion. It was when Wednesday night we had a discussion, and it wasn't a fight, right? It was just like actually you're about to see what it was because we decided, or he decided that
Oh, okay.
you
Yeah.
decided, yeah, our dinner was ready.
Because we did it
Okay,
together.
but our
We
dinner was
decided.
ready, like served on the dish, ready to be put on the table, in the dining room table. And he said, no, we have to do this now, or else we're not going to do it. So we sat here and we recorded ourselves talking through our discussion.
Yeah, and the reason for that is that this is real talk. We want to be real. We don't fight like we used to, and I didn't share this with you in the car, but I thought about this yesterday. I was kind of going through, what we were going to talk about in the podcast. Um, when you argue from a place of your ego, you basically have two really stupid people that don't know what they're talking about, and all they're trying to do is prove their case, argue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because essentially what you'll see is how we argue now, and it's not really argument, because when you reach a place when you can see above your ego, right? Like, your ego doesn't have control of you, and even though it still happens from us from time to time, more so me than her. Behind, as always, a little bit in that department. But when you argue from a place above your ego, and you know that everything is a mirror and everything is a reflection, you can't, there's no blaming, there's no proving, this is my fault, this is my problem. In other words, you're processing information and having more of a conversation, because you understand that the problem isn't her, the problem is me. And if we're going to improve, if we're going to fix whatever the problem is, it starts with me. So anyway,
So do you think you used the fact that the computer was recording us as a way to not let your ego take over?
oh yeah, I mean, quite possibly, because yeah,
Like a
obviously,
mediator,
it's your first date, you're on your good behavior if it's being videoed.
right?
But at the same time, I mean, what you're going to see isn't edited in terms of the content. It's not like we did multiple takes. This was in
Right.
the
It was just
moment,
raw
raw, just kind of going through the
what was
process.
happening.
Right.
So we haven't watched it. We actually want to watch it now with you guys. So we're going to pause and take a look and see how it went down. This happened Wednesday night. And then after we watch it, we'll kind of give you some of our feedback, like what we thought and what actually happened after that. Right?
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. So let's check it out.
You're not gonna say the intro?
I told you we're not doing an
Oh, you're not
intro.
gonna say what's up, Casey? What's up, JoJo? We
We'll
just
do
gonna
that at
go.
another time.
Do that another time. What's up?
So,
Let's talk.
okay, what's up?
You tell me.
You wanted to do this.
You're right, I did.
He said, no better time than now. Why not do it while we're feeling it? What are we
We just
feeling?
need to get started. I don't know.
What are we feeling?
Just say something.
There's a lot of just bad energy right now.
What you mean?
A lot of frustration, anxiety, stress.
Or bothers you?
I can feel it, and it's
She
just
can feel it.
overwhelming. It's super overwhelming.
Yeah, so I think fellas, I don't mean to say
Oh, is this why you wanted to do this?
I don't know.
Because you want to get
no.
people to agree with you?
No, not at all. You see, that's a perfect example of what the fuck I'm talking. Oh God, I'm ready now. Shit. All right. So I don't mean to say fellas, but ladies too. Primary wage earners. Let's put it that way. And I even feel like that may be demeaning in some way, but that's not the intent. I'm just trying to place a fucking meaning on what I'm saying, right? Which is, I go out and work, right? Joanna does what she loves. I don't. I hate my fucking job, right? But I do it because I have a fear of being broke. And so I'd rather be in a shit job that stresses me the fuck out than be broke, right? Than to have faith that income will come no matter what.
So you rather be in a place of whatever than have faith.
Hold up.
Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not what I'm saying. So, fellas, ladies, if you fit this, if you're that person, like, it's stressful, man. Like, when you come home we talked about this. When you come home, what do you want to do? Like you try to keep it composure, you try whatever, but then your family's like, man, when you walk in the room, it's like a bowl of negativity, just shit all over the floor, which I feel bad about, but I don't know what to do, right? Like you come home and you have all this shit.
You quit your job because your job is not everything in the entire world.
Right. It's not, but it's not the point. So the point is that, you come home and you bring that energy, no matter how big of a smile on your face, you cannot hide the energy. And so you feel the energy. And she wants to let me know about it. Right? Walking on eggshells. She told me the kids walk on eggshells. Everybody walks on eggshells when you walk in the door because we don't know what we're going to get. Right? I'm like a fucking Cracker Jack or some shit prize. You don't know what you're going to get. Right?
Is it? Or
so yeah, how does that feel as a woman, as the other person that has to take that shit? How does it feel?
You mean me?
Hashtag Fede.
Me? Like
how does it feel to you?
It's overwhelming because I'm in a good place and I'm all excited and I'm in a good mood and I'm like vibing high, and then here you come and I can feel it's like a wave and I'm like drowning. And you're just like, oh well, okay. I can't take the leap right now. I'm just gonna keep pushing the can and let it just keep pushing it and just continue to feel this way and let everybody feel this way, and it's fine.
Let's take tonight for example, because you're talking in a more broad sense. Let's talk in a very specific sense of when that happens and I walked in the door tonight with all that negativity and the shit unfolded. How did it feel at that moment?
He wants to use this as a discussion healing method. Is that what we're doing?
It's just I think the beauty of this conversation is that we just experienced this, right?
Like just
now. And so expressing
like I was crying
and talking through it, because we're at a level of enlightenment, right? Where like I know, like there's some people, they lose their temper and it's like they don't even know the ramifications. They're just stuck in their ego. I can see above it, but I still stuck in your ego. But you're still stuck in it, right? So it's like I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. I know the game. I understand what needs to happen, how things need to unfold. It's just jumping. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at.
I'm just pushing. I'm just trying to nudge him a little bit because I know how much, greater that fall is going to feel.
So how did it feel? How does it feel? All that negativity. Because this is important, because all couples probably experience drowning,
this shit. And I have to try to be continue to stay in a good mood, but it's really hard to when I'm drowning. And
do you feel resentment towards me for for bringing this negativity home? There's no right or wrong answer. The answer is yes, you do. And that's the problem, is that she feels resentment towards me. She's trying to not get emotional because she feels so much fucking resentment because I'm right? And so I feel her resentment towards me. My ego then goes, but dude, you're just doing the best you can. You're just trying to bring home money. You're just trying to take care of your family.
Yeah, but I'd rather be in a freaking van with you in the back seat and be free than I can care less about
song you just sang.
I can care less about that money.
Yeah, but that's not
why I gave up all my money.
I get it, but that's not the point.
To do what I love, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Agreed. But in the context of this conversation, you feel resentment. I then feel resentment because you feel resentment for me doing the best I can to provide, even though it's not the best I can to provide, because my ego has told me that.
Yeah, but you're providing financially. But what about emotionally? Exactly. What about mentally? Right. What about like everything else?
Right. But we talked about male female shit. That's a male. I feel like a male thing, right? Like I don't want to not be able to provide. And I provide so well doing this, but at the detriment of what? At the detriment of what? She's like, I don't want you to have a heart attack. I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, your stress is going to one day, I'm going to be fucking mad at you if you fucking die from a heart attack because of stress, because you didn't listen to me. I'm going to be so effing mad. I'm going to haunt you for so long.
But the point,
in other lives.
Okay. But the point is that it's a loop, right? She's in a resentment loop, which causes me to become in a resentment loop. And it's all unspoken, but it's all there energetically, right? And that shit can take its toll over months, over years, over time.
Yeah, so what are you doing? Why are you letting this happen?
But
What
that
are you waiting for?
it's not about, and here's another resentment loop, because we got into this too. So she's very anxious in the car when I drive. And my thing is, yo, I ain't never been in a wreck. I know how to drive. I mean, I'm not like, what's the dude from Fast and
I'm not
Furious? What's the
always
dude from
anxious,
Fast and
and people
Furious?
have to understand how you
Brian.
drive.
Oh, I drive
Okay,
aggressive.
I drive like that too. I'm
I drive
just
aggressive.
saying.
And she's like, slow down, watch out. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's when he's weaving in and out, and you're like an
But,
inch away from in a car,
but,
and I'm on that side. It's
but,
kind of scary because you don't have control.
but this is my thing though. It's like dudes. And then again, it's not about right or wrong. I just think this is how dudes, like, we want our woman to like don't question, I'm good.
I
Like
know.
there's some dudes that deserve to be talked to that way. I am not he is
I
not I.
get that.
Then why do you do it? See, so another
Fear?
example, fear, right? So that's a displacement of fear onto me. Eventually I start to go, well, does she not trust me? Does she not believe that I can handle the situation? Because I've never been in a wreck. Goddamn, I'm gonna get in one probably talking this shit, but I've never been in a wreck. Have you ever been in a wreck with me in the car? As crazy as I've driven? Never, never. None of my kids, nowhere. Done. So I've earned the trust.
Yeah, but
It's a stupid
we
example.
never know what other people can do and
It's
what
that
can
bullshit.
happen. No, because yes,
It's that
you're
bullshit.
good. You're good and you can weave in and out. But what if that car that's right an inch away from me decides to brake and then that's the end of that? I don't have
Touche.
the right to like feel some type of way. I should be like, "Oh, I trust
Right.
you so much."
Thank
Oh,
you. And it's the point. The point is that do I not have the right to feel scared that I may not be able to provide? Right?
but we have money in the bank.
It's not the point.
We have a
It's not
house
about
that we
that.
can sell.
It's not about
We have
that. It's
cars
not
we
about
can
that.
sell.
Dudes, it's not about that.
We have
Ladies, it's
things
not
we
about
can
that.
sell.
Doesn't matter. Stop.
Oh no, why?
you,
You're looking, you're trying
yo,
to get away from the what is it that you're scared of when the reality is we can sell all of this. We have money to do whatever. You can get another job if it comes down to it. That's not gonna like make you feel the way you're feeling. And downloads and new things can happen any day where we don't know what's going to happen a week from now, and you don't know that, and that's the faith part that you're lacking, and it bothers me.
it's extreme honesty. It's necessary, right? She's right. At the end of the day, my issue with quitting my job is some deep self-worth issue. It's my issue to deal with. I'm displacing it off on my family. I'm bringing home negativity that then makes her feel anxious because she expresses to me how much negativity she feels, like heavy. Like I just put like a wet jeans on her, right? And
Yeah.
right, like wet clothes. I don't want to do that, so I get frustrated, more frustrated with myself because I feel like I can't handle it. But it all parallels again back to the driving as an example. There's moments when I feel like you, as a woman, you support your man, and there's moments when break him down and build him back up the
Okay,
way
so
you
what's
just
this
did.
have to do with tonight then?
It I don't know. I don't know. We're just fucking talking. I don't know. I'm trying to, you shifting gears on me, man. It's a tactic. You see this? She's trying to like confuse me. It's working.
No, seriously, like we were upset because you were upset, and I was trying to understand why you were upset and trying to be supportive, but I guess the way that I'm supportive doesn't come off as supportive. It comes off as what?
Judgmental.
It's not judgmental. I was trying to
Talking,
understand.
yeah. So talking to me like I don't know, right? Like don't tell me to be careful when I'm driving. Like it's not necessary. I know, right? Like if
If
a
you
car,
know, then do something
it's like the
about it.
boy who cried wolf.
Do
If a,
something
if a
about it.
fucking truck is coming to T-bone my ass and you say, yo, watch out, I'm gonna be like, you doing it again. But then, oh shit, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Like that should be used in only certain circumstances, and that's not the case. But it's a very subtle way of like, and maybe I'm dumb as fuck and this makes no sense, but it's a very subtle breakdown of like the I'm taking care of you as a man, I got you, right? Like just hold on, girl, I got you.
Yeah, Yeah, but
right? But
do you have me emotionally right now?
no, I don't. And that's the point, is maybe I'm grasping for some sort of defining how I do protect you when I'm failing like a motherfucker at the emotional part, or the energetic part, not the emotional part, the energetic part, right? And
You're just not doing your part, because if you keep going in this direction and I keep going in this direction, what the hell? Like, we're connected. So I can't go into the
like a rubber
direction I'm
band.
supposed to go to because you keep pulling this way. We're supposed
Translation.
to be going in the same direction.
Translation, I'm holding her back, right?
You're holding yourself back.
Like, as a dude, that's how you take that.
You're
Oh, I'm holding
holding
you
your
back.
you're holding yourself back, and I see
I
that,
get
and
it.
it bothers me.
Right. And I get all
How
that.
can I not see
I get
that?
it.
And the only reason why I say, it's not that I don't trust you, it's just that right now, energetically, you're down here. So how can you see from up here, from an eagle's eye point of view or whatever, when you're covered in frustration, you're covered in drama, you're covered, I have so much to do, I can't even think straight. So if you can't even think straight, why would I not think that, hey, maybe you can't think straight because you're just so frustrated and you're so full of everything else that you can't think straight? Why is that not like logical? I mean, that's logical. That's not even intuitively, that's logical. I mean, I'm speaking your language.
But that's the whole point of this conversation, is that it's a loop, right? It's a resentment loop that compounds,
because
and
I want better
compounds
for you.
and compounds. I know, but even other than that, the interesting thing about this is that it's also like, listen, she wants what's best for me. It's fucking awesome. That's love, right? But as the other person in my own dealing with my issues, do I take that way?
If you're in your ego, yes.
Right, but most of us are. When we get into a dispute with our spouse, a significant other,
ego, no.
It's
Whatever.
emotional, right? Yeah. And it's emotional because of the resentment, the subtle like resentments that I think build up so quietly and so carefully over time. And if you're not aware of it, right, and you don't see it, you can't fix it and you can't rise above it. I mean, the old me, man. I mean,
I told him this morning, I said,
criticize me.
I said, it's a blood moon in Aries. And he's like, okay. I said, so it's a full moon in the sign that's all about like, yeah, it has a lot of good qualities, but it's also, ready to fight. So I was like, don't be coming home tonight and start trying to get in a fight with me. I'm not trying to get in a fight with you. So don't, like I told him in advance, don't fight with me. And so here he comes and he's in a bad mood. And I'm like, okay, let me put some music on. Let me do what I love and not let him affect me. He's not affecting me. He's not affecting me. And then you affected me. And it's like, right. What the
but check fuck? It from my point of view. And let me tell you my side of the story. Right. So she made that request. Okay. I heard her loud and clear. Never at a moment during the day was that not on my mind in some way, shape, or form. At 4 o'clock, I looked. It was 4 o'clock. I said, well, it's 4 o'clock. I got like 5 hours, 6 hours of the day left. We're almost done. No fighting. Shit, we're doing good. Right. I came home. Some shit happened that was out of my control with some other stuff. And it frustrated me already because I was already frustrated. And the point is
that you were frustrated.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me tell you. So the 4 o'clock, I thought about it, right? And so when all this started to unfold in my mind, I'm like, she asked you not to start nothing. Like don't. It's cool. I know you're frustrated, but don't let it go past a certain point. Like we need to stay as low key as we possibly can. And it did. It never went above that.
Do you know? I'm so sorry.
It's like the 17th time she's interrupted me in the last 2 hours. I'm not counting. It might be like 16. But what was I saying?
I just don't want to forget.
That's what was I saying? So while all this was unfolding and I'm trying to stay low key, that's all I'm thinking about. That's my number one reason why I'm controlling and saying and thinking about everything that comes out of my mouth and trying to minimize it to the best of my ability, given the current situation and stress is that I'm under. And I succeeded, I think, based on how I felt. So that was my main motivation. What was her argument? That I failed at her main motivation. When from my point of view, I felt like I tried really fucking hard and I did well.
Say you failed.
Right, you didn't say that. But my point is that that's what I'm talking about, right? That's the whole
I
point of
just,
this.
you've
My point
been
of
coming
view.
home so frustrated and so ready to fight.
Oh my God, for real.
So anyway, the point is that you're ready to fight. And so back in the day, I would have been called a witch if I said, well, they still do it now. If I said that, what? If I said that, hey, don't fight with me tonight, blah 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 blah, because ahead of time astrologically, that's how people knew, because it's cycles and nature, and what's going to happen. So it's like, here I am knowing that it could stir up some stuff tonight, right? Very boiling things that need to come up. I'm just letting you know based on what I know. So
That sounds like a displacement of responsibility to me.
no.
Because if I'm telling you that, hey, don't fight because we're in a mood of fighting and this, that, and the other, then I mean, I've always said it takes two to fight, right? Like if your spouse is up in your face, you
But
can
it's
just be
not
like, whatever,
displacement.
turn around
It's
and walk
just
off.
saying, hey, this is the mood tonight. Maybe you should lay low on some stuff based on the influences of the freaking planets, which are
but it
fucking
worked.
scientific.
It worked straight up. Had you not specifically told me that and said, hey man, don't fight with me tonight, I probably would have allowed.
Damn, do I need to say that every day?
It's making me sound like I'm abusive, man.
No, it's just been a heavy week, man.
But you get it, man.
I mean, it's been a heavy week.
It's the
and we're only halfway.
It's the resentment loop.
It's been 3 days.
I mean, we for most of our relationship has sucked at conflict resolution. We've sucked at it. We're horrible. But
not anymore.
I mean, hopefully, if you experience things like this, I mean, just be aware of the resentment loop. At the end, and also be aware that your partner may be looking at, like, you may be the center of his world, despite the fact that you feel like he's not. And that's where the patience comes in, right? That's put to the best of your ability, put yourself in the other person's shoes, right? And that's one of the other things that we talked about tonight. It's like, I know what it feels like to be like drug through the mud. She's done that to me. I do that to her, right? She did it to me more like over like a long period of time. Mine is like little spurts, but like over a long period of time. Mm-hmm. But the point is that I understand how she feels. She understands how I feel. That should trump our own feelings about how we feel, because understanding and putting yourself in that position and knowing what it was like, how hard it was, that it sucked, that you had to try to maintain and to be there for that person, and it takes energy and it takes like time and it takes patience and it takes all those things. But never forget that the person that you're actually blaming or saying fucked up, maybe they fucked up by accident, but their intentions were good. And when your intentions are well and your partner tells you fucked up, if you're not emotionally stable enough or emotionally intelligent enough, struggle, you can take that and hold on to that resentment. Whether you say something or not, if you feel it and you don't release it, it's going to store itself up and manifest itself in shit like we've talked about tonight, right? Mm-hmm. Word? All right, you be done? No, I'm saying, yeah. Like, no, I agree. We good. What else? We good.
So that's basically what you wanted to get out, right? Is what? Accomplish what?
I just said it. All the things I just said.
Oh, okay.
The resentment loop and putting yourself in the other person's shoes.
So we did that?
I guess. I don't know.
Can we go eat?
Marriage ain't for no punk, man. No, you know what else when ain't no fucking up? You know what else when ain't fucking you? You know what else ain't for no fucking punk? This TF shit.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Yeah. It's like a self-improvement book, walking, talking book right here. It's like I live with Tony fucking Robbins, and he's constantly telling me all the things I do wrong and I need to fix.
Oh my God, I don't mean to.
In a cheerleader kind of way.
Yeah, it's in a cheerleader kind of way, but it gets taken as if I'm being too harsh.
It's just real. She's real. I do that to you too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, you ain't no punk. And dudes, man, you ain't no punk. Let your woman tell you all the ways you fuck up. It's true. Fix it. Man up. It's hard. It's hard work.
So you're gonna quit?
It's like the Peace Corps. Hell yeah, I'm gonna quit one day.
One day.
I got the email. I just gotta send it.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Peace out. So we just finished watching that. What did you think?
I don't know. A lot of mixed emotions.
It's hard to see yourself when you're in that type of mood, right?
Yeah, I think that maybe I was a little more real and you were a little more. I
It's
don't
not that
know.
I wasn't real. It's that
You were less emotional. You were more
I
centered.
was internalizing stuff. You were
Yeah.
more like blah 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 blah.
Sorry for all my cursing. I told I cursed a lot.
Talk to the mic. We
Yeah, I gotta
learned that you
talk
need to talk to the mic.
into the mic. So previous 9 episodes, my bad.
um so yeah, we talked about not trusting and how that, well, we didn't talk about it, but you mentioned how not trusting leads to infidelity. And then the
In
resentment
subtle
loops
ways.
and the deflecting. So that was Wednesday night that happened. And tell everybody what happened the day after.
Yeah, so I guess maybe that was a therapeutic thing, as Joanna pointed out earlier in the call. She knows all most of the time, and she knew all when she said that. Um, but after we had that phone call, I guess I just didn't realize because you saw how emotional she got about the negativity that I bring home, and
The
you know
resentment.
that my job, which I've been doing for 20 years, has never brought us together. If anything, it's separated us because I think she that she understands that it's more important, or she knows that it's more important for us to be on the same page. Like she would rather be broke and us be together than and be happy than to see me stressed and all this stuff, because who am I really doing it for? Right? Myself. And it's all masked under a good provider and helping the kids and this, that, and the other. When after I quit my job the day after we did that video, my kids and everybody, like, they were super cool and super
They don't know
supportive.
that you quit your job the day after.
Well, I just told them.
Okay, that's how you
That
told
was my
them.
way of saying it, because this isn't about uh, celebrating that. It's about it's about something bigger than
It's
that, but
about
it's not
you
about
took
that.
the leap of faith. Like you saw that you were kicking the can and eventually you were going to do it. So what were you waiting for?
Yeah, and I guess that call helped that, but that's not the I mean, thank you, I appreciate it. And the hard work begins now. Getting over all my fears, it begins now. In terms of another level of effort, right? Like I've sort of, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. That's one of the things I'm not supposed to do. So you know what I mean? Like, so like it's now's go time. Now's time to put your money where your mouth is. Now's time to do the real work and step from behind the curtain and put it all out there. And I think that's kind of what this episode was about. I mean, us arguing and us talking to each other. I'm like, man, is that what I is that I'll say that? I'm like, so I'm a little embarrassed, but it's real talk, man. It helped me see some things that I need to fix, and hopefully, if you're a dude and you kind of see the same things in yourself, level up, fix it, work on it, ladies too.
I'm super excited though. I'm excited because now you're going to be um not only working on yourself but like helping me with the business and just seeing how things really work around here when you're at work.
Yeah,
So
and I hope hopefully our podcast will sorry, hopefully our podcast you'll see them take another go up another level, because I think these first 9 episodes have been getting to know us, kind of getting to know our journey and have an overall standpoint, and now we can start to dig in a little bit into a little bit more deeper things and drop some knowledge, share some things, hopefully that will again help everybody out with everything you got going on in your personal lives.
yeah, so I think that it was kind of cool how it turned out because that Wednesday I was doing a live on what we focus on, we attract, the law of attraction. And that night, what I was attracting and what I was what I was focusing on was his job and how much I didn't like it. And then what ended up manifesting is him leaving his job. So I thought that was pretty cool how it lined up on that same day and how, we decided to do that video. And then the next day, you quit. That just says a lot. And it shows that you never know how things can go from one day to the next. So I don't know. I think that it's cool that we did that. I don't know. You tell us,
Only time will tell.
right?
Only time will tell.
So guys, thanks for joining us on episode 9. 9 is the number of consciousness. I guess we are going to level it up from here on out. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time, next Thursday. Peace out.